Hi, I'm Khalid. I'm reading from the book Hind Swaraj, chapter number 5, The Condition of England. The reader says, then from your statement, I deduce that government of England is not desirable and not worth copying by us. Gandhiji then says, your deduction is justified. The condition of England at present is pitiable. I pray to God that India may never be in that plight. That which you consider to be the mother of parliaments is like a sterile woman and a prostitute. Both these are harsh terms, but exactly fit the case. That parliament has not yet, of its own accord, done a single good thing. Hence, I compared it to a sterile woman. The natural condition of that parliament is such that without outside pressure, it can do nothing. It is like a prostitute because it is under the control of ministers who change from time to time. Today it is under Mr. Asquith, tomorrow it may be under Mr. Balfour. The reader asks, you have said this sarcastically. The term sterile woman is not applicable. The parliament is being elected by the people, must work under public pressure. This is its quality. Gandhiji then says, you are mistaken. Let us examine it a little more closely. The best men are supposed to be elected by the people. The members serve without pay and therefore it must be assumed only for the public weal. The electors are considered to be educated and therefore we should assume that they would not generally make mistakes in their choice. Such a parliament should not need the spur of petitions or any other pressure. Its work should be so smooth that its effects would be more apparent day by day. But as a matter of fact, it is generally acknowledged that the members are hypocritical and selfish. Each thinks of his own little interest. It is fear that is the guiding motive. What is done today may be undone tomorrow. It's not possible to recall a single instance in which finality can be predicted for its work. When the greatest questions are debated, its members have been seen to stretch themselves into doors. Sometimes the members talk away until the listeners are disgusted. Carlyle has called it the talking shop of the world. Members vote for their party without a thought. Their so-called discipline binds them to it. If any member, by way of exception, gives an independent vote, he is considered a renegade. If the money and the time wasted by Parliament were entrusted to a few good men, the English nation would be occupying today a much higher platform. Parliament is simply a costly toy of the nation. These views are by no means peculiar to me. Some great English thinkers have expressed them. One of the members of that parliament recently said that a true Christian could not become a member of it. Another said that it was a baby. And if it has remained a baby after an existence of 700 years, when will it outgrow its babyhood? Then the reader asks, Gandhiji, you have set me thinking. You do not expect me to accept at once all you say. You give me entirely novel views. I shall have to digest them. Will you now explain the epithet prostitute? Gandhiji replies that you cannot accept my views at once is only right. If you will read the literature on this subject, you will have some idea of it. Parliament is without a real master. Under the Prime Minister, its movement is not steady, but it is buffeted about like a prostitute. The Prime Minister is more concerned about the power than about the welfare of the Parliament. His energy is concentrated upon securing the success of his party. His care is not always that Parliament shall do right. Prime Ministers are known to have made Parliament do things merely for party advantage. All this is worth thinking over. Now the reader asks Gandhiji, then you are really attacking the very men whom we have hitherto considered to be patriotic and honest. Gandhiji replies, yes, that is true. I can have something against prime ministers, but what I have seen leads me to think that they cannot be considered really patriotic. If they are to be considered honest, because they do not take what are generally known as bribes, let them be so considered, but they are open to subtler influences. In order in order to gain their ends, they certainly bribe people with honors. I do not hesitate to say that they have neither real honesty nor a living conscience. Now the reader asks Gandhiji, as you express these views about parliament, I would like to hear you on the English people so that I may have your view of the government. To the English voters, their newspapers is their Bible. They take their cue from the newspapers, which are often dishonest. The same fact is differently interpreted by different newspapers according to the party in whose interest they are edited. One newspaper would consider a great Englishman to be a paragon of honesty, another would consider him dishonest. What must be the condition of the people whose newspapers are of this type? Reader asks, you shall describe it. Gandhiji then replies, these people change their views frequently. It is said that they change them every 7 years. These views swing like the pendulum of a clock and are never steadfast. The people would follow a powerful orator or a man who gives them parties, receptions, etc. As of the people, so is their parliament. They have certainly one quality very strongly developed. They will never allow their country to be lost. If any person were to cast an evil eye on it, they would pluck out his eyes. But that does not mean that the nation possesses every other virtue or that it should be imitated. If India copies England, it is my firm conviction that she will be ruined. Then reader asks, to what do you ascribe this state of England? Gandhiji then replies, it is not due to any peculiar fault of the English people, but the condition is due to modern civilization. It is a civilization only in name, and the nations of Europe are becoming degraded and ruined day by day. That ends the chapter 5. Thank you.